So I wrote a script, 127 pages, a few rewrites, and many nights staying up all night writing, then showing up to work the next morning a complete zombie. This is what I learned. A few years ago when I was in film school, I had started a script for a short film. I submitted it to be made in my class's thesis film. I did not think it would be picked. I just wanted my teachers to read it and give me feedback on it. Well, they picked it, so I wrote and directed my class's thesis film. After finishing the film, I started working on turning that script into a full feature. I got about 40 pages into it and abandoned it. A year ago, I started this YouTube channel because I had a really bad problem with starting a project, then stopping it halfway through. I thought that if I had the pressure to release a video each week, they would help me finish projects. It worked for a while, but then I decided to finish bigger projects that I had left behind, and I started writing the feature again. I think I finished the first draft 6 months ago. I thought it was perfect, and then I started having friends and family read it, and they told me that this and that did not make sense, and I realized that I'd have to rewrite a lot of it. I worked through it and fixed the problems. Little mistakes that were made early in the story became huge problems by the end. The biggest problem I had, which is what the majority of amateur writers have, was structure. I mean, who knew the midpoint goes in the middle? Surprising, I know. So that leads me to my last point. How many times have you heard people say that would make a good movie, or I could write a book about this? I believe that everyone has at least one story in their head that could become a good movie or a book, but those scripts go to the grave with most people. This is the most important thing that I have learned. My script may suck and it may never get turned into a movie, but I know that I can. I did what a lot of people think is impossible. I wrote a freaking movie, and for the rest of my life, I will have that. Was it hard? Yes. Did it take a long time? Yes. Did I want to quit? Yes. If there is a story in your head that you have been thinking about for years, or really anything that you have been afraid of starting because of how massive the project may be, just sit down and start. Not every day will be productive. Some days I wrote 10 pages, and some days I only wrote one word. Go forth and make your story a reality.